Aries, welcome to your weekly tarot reading. This one is for November 6th to the 12th, so let's jump on in and see what's on the cards for you. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button for me, and do think about leaving me a comment, Aries, I'd love to hear from you, and maybe subscribing to my channel if you enjoy these readings. That's what makes it sustainable to bring them to you. And when you do engage with my channel and you come into the energetic collective, it makes it that much easier for me to tune your energy and read for you. Okay, no, I'm not going to choose that one. Also, there are some links down below for you if you'd like a personal reading or healing. You can follow the link to my website down below. There's also a freebie, a free learn tarot quick guide, and also my paid offering, the initiation, which is my more immersive online tarot course. You'll also find the link to my karmic community and my Instagram account where I'm really active and interactive with daily content. Okay, your oracle card is out, and Aries, it is a new romantic cycle begins. Now, don't click off and think this is going to be a love reading, Aries. Not necessarily, because you can fall in love with a new place, a new home. You can fall in love with a new job. There's some kind of emotional new beginning. That's what I'm taking from this. That restores balance and harmony to your life. New moon in Libra. Obviously, we've just moved through Libra season before we started Scorpio season. So maybe this was kind of being orchestrated for you during that time, or this is something that's been sort of building since October. And maybe now it's becoming real. Aries, let's get a major arcana out. As you know, I am an Aries as well, so I'm always intrigued to see what comes through in our reading, and often I have to watch them back afterwards because when I'm in the flow of the reading, sometimes I don't take it all in because I am in the channel, so I'll be watching it afterwards also. Look at this. Judgment. Aries, final judgment. Maybe you're making a judgment call. Maybe you're waiting for the outcome or answer for something here so that you can begin a new cycle. This is the energy that comes before the world, the very last major arcana, which talks about very significant cyclic change, or a chapter shift in your life. So I think you're getting really close to something, crossing the threshold into a new beginning, something you're going to love here. And judgment also has a sense of freedom or liberation, freeing yourself from maybe being held back and finally moving towards this new emotional cycle. Aries, we'll get the info out. Let's grab you 4 cards from the Rider-Waite. I will then clarify as I read them. Temperance is here. Beautiful energy. It's a Sagittarian energy, by the way. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius. Blocks, obstacles, challenges. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay. And the advice, the Death card. That is the Scorpio card. Of course, we are in Scorpio season, as I mentioned, right now. And the outcome, the 9 of Cups. Yes, Aries. 6 of Swords also at the bottom of the deck. I just feel like you are, in transition at the moment and you're moving on. That moving on is a huge moving forward. Okay, now this is something that is really playing out over the next few months. I feel it started in October. I've got November, I've got December here. So it feels like there is a transitional period towards some kind of new beginning here that's being, let's say, organized or orchestrated for you. Now, because it is a general reading for the collective Aries, some of you might be further along with this, and for others of you, you might be watching this reading going, what's she talking about? But hey, watch it back later, it might resonate for you. Okay, Temperance with the 10 of Pentacles. I just get the feeling that there is a completion as part of this new beginning. Okay, I do have the Death card in the advice, and I've got the 10 of Pentacles. Yes, it's the 10 of Pentacles, and it is quite a beautiful energy, but the 10s are often endings or completions. So I just feel that you're wrapping up some kind of cycle, okay, to begin a new one. The 10 of Pentacles could be that you are completing a job or a contract. It could be that you are going to be leaving behind a home or a place or a home base to relocate with this energy, okay? Because I'm getting that there is a freedom or a liberation component here, but I'm not getting that this is necessarily you know, a movement because there's been any sort of you know, crisis point or something like this. It feels very much like it's a calculated, chosen transition, but still with the final judgment, it can be hard because maybe you're leaving a long-term cycle, okay, where you sort of have become comfortable or put down roots, but it feels to get to your true wish fulfillment and your true happiness, Aries, that, you know, you have to go through this path of release to gain. So the Temperance for me always links to the Ace of Pentacles, and that is a new solid beginning. You know, that would be that new contract, that new home, or for some of you, yes, you might be relocating for a new relationship, something like that. This is going to bring that great sense of balance to your life. Like Temperance is always depicted with the equilateral triangle here because that's the strongest structure that, you know, exists really in geometry, I think. Anyway, don't call me out on that, but you know, you can push on any side of that and that's just not collapsing, okay? So you're moving towards this greater sense of balance here, and it's being divinely orchestrated and guided for you. Your challenge is making perfect sense here, Aries, because when we sort of are faced with the transition, often our first instinct is to hold on tight, okay? Even if we want this, right? Even if we want this, the fears can come up, the insecurities can come up, or, you know, just feeling like we want to self-protect in some way. Oof. But the Empress is here and, you know, she's just this beautiful energy of abundance. So sometimes, Aries, we have to let go to let God. That's the message here. The Empress talks about a greater sense of health, wealth, vitality, and abundance, but oftentimes we have to step into the unknown to meet her. I also want to say that she is the divine feminine counterpart of the Emperor, Aries, which is your major arcana energy. And let's just have a little chat here, Aries, and I feel like I can go here with you because I am an Aries, is that, you know, we like to be in control, and we also like to be, you know, leading things, knowing exactly where we're at with them. You know, we're the real doers, and we often are quite swept up in the mental energy of needing to know how things are going to play out, while the Empress is the your equal opposite, which is the energy of surrender and letting go and allowing things to unfold in their own sort of weird, wonderful, and magical way. So you're sort of being asked to relinquish a bit of control, Aries, as to how this is going to play out. Because when we do that, I just feel that, you know, things can work out in their best way. So you're being asked not to micromanage, take your action, but also release and surrender. And part of that surrender is surrendering to the endings that inevitably will happen in this transition. You know, there are doors closing here in order for the new ones to open. That's what allows the sun energy to rise. So I just get the feeling that you're either letting go of maybe a long-term employment situation or a long-term living situation, something that was your real known, your real stable, your real solid, in order to head for new shores, which are going to bring the Nine of Cups, greater happiness. But it feels like there is a bittersweet edge. But you have a feeling intuitively, Aries, you know that it's going to be better on the other side, but it doesn't mean to say that it is, you know, a natural transition. Six of Pentacles coming through. And this is a turning of the tables, right? And, you know, it's beginning to receive in new ways. So to turn the tables, the gateway is through release and allowing those doors to close so that other ones can open. And the Death card, it flies the flag of alchemy here, Aries. So I actually think there's a real sort of alchemical transformation going on, not only within your life, but within yourself as well. If this is your reading, you'll be feeling it. Like I feel like this is also for me, and I'm really feeling this as well. And no, I'm not just tuning my own energy. you know, this is very much intention to read for the collective, but it is something that I've seen for Aries coming for a while, and a lot of us have shared in the comments about this kind of really hard cycle that Aries has had across the last decade. And a couple of you asked me, well, you know, why is that? Because it does seem to be a collective theme. Well, we've had Chiron, okay, the planetary body Chiron, which is known as the wounded healer, has been in our sign for some years, and it will actually be for a few more years. Okay, we have a little bit to go here, but we're through the chunk of it. And through that process, Aries, Chiron has been showing us all of our unresolved wounds and triggers and areas for work, and like shaking them all out. And that's been a tumultuous process for us. Okay, it's almost like a bit of a rapid sort of growth curve that we've been on, and we still have a little bit more to go, but we're sort of coming out the other side, if you will. We've turned the corner. The tables have turned with Chiron. So we can really expect in the next couple of years to be in the transitional phase of finding our feet and finding these new opportunities from a completely different evolved state, from a new version of ourselves, from new alignment. It's like a spiritual awakening where we have it can be quite a fast and profound energetic shift with the spiritual awakening. And it's almost like we open our eyes in our life and we go, wow, this doesn't fit anymore. You know, it's almost like waking up from a dream and going, well, you know, I didn't choose any of this, or this is not in alignment. And then there's a quickening for wanting to realign life, right? That might involve choosing a new relationship or letting one go, you know, relocating from the city to the country that supports our energy system, or, you know, wanting to be around family and loved ones after having lived away for many years. So what I'm sensing is this reading is obviously bigger than this week, Aries. It's bigger than this week, but it's a tune into what's happening, you know, with you in the overall process. And I think that you are making judgment calls to align your life towards the Nine of Cups, true happiness, true satisfaction, true wish fulfillment. But if that's always bittersweet, even if we know we're going to be better off, it's sad leaving, you know, people, places, situations, you know, partners that we might still dearly love, but we know aren't part of our future. You're in a process of clearing, you know, clearing the slate. Yeah, Eight of Cups. And it's not necessarily one thing. I think it's a whole season or cycle shift in your life, Aries. I'm feeling like it's really significant. And I always say that the journey towards the Nine of Cups, which is that wish fulfillment card, is through the portal of the Eight of Cups. You know, following that intuition and leaving behind what is not it to gather those missing pieces. And that's the journey that you're on, Aries. You're being asked to let go and let God and allow yourself to move back into the sacred flow of your life. That is the new romantic cycle that is beginning for you. That's what's going to bring healing. That's what's going to bring balance. And that is what's going to allow the Empress to operate in your life and bring you her beauty through her weird, wonderful, mysterious ways. So surrender to the process, Aries. You're moving through the final judgment right now. So Aries, that's what I have for us. Feels like a big reading. Now, I will leave it there for you, Aries. If you'd like a personal reading to tune in to your specific circumstances, you can follow the first link down below to wildlotustarot.com and check them out. What else? Yes, if you wouldn't mind liking, sharing, commenting, and hitting subscribe on your way out, I'd be very grateful for that, Aries. Team Aries, rock on. I will see you very soon. Do take care. Sending love and magic. Bye for now.